Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a little backtesting video slash charting session, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of backtesting, but I mean, when it comes to collecting data and everything, I guess I'm for it. But I believe the best way to kind of improve, especially your mental state as well, is forward testing. Yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Just kind of try to absorb as much as you guys are able to, as far as my model, getting used to it, reacting to what I'm seeing as well, and really just try to follow along as best as you can. If you're gonna watch a video more than once, feel more than welcome to do so. It definitely helps a lot to do that. Other than that, let's get into it. Also, any questions you guys have, leave them in the comments. Yeah, let's get to it. Alright, I'm also on FX Replay. I don't normally backtest with them, and I figured I'd try it out for the video. Alright, so top-down analysis. That's what I wanted to go over first. That's basically just starting from the higher time frame, analyzing as you go lower and lower and lower, all the way to your entry point. And it's not complicated once you do it a couple times. You're just gonna realize what you're seeing and react to it the right way, obviously. So right now on the higher time frame, I can already tell we're in this range right here. We just came back, tapped equilibrium of this previous price range on the 4 hour. So just off that, I'm expecting price to move a little higher. With that being said, we also have a pretty significant sweep of the sell side liquidity down here, and currently we just disrespected this 4 hour fair value gap. So now it is an inverse. None of my settings are on here, sorry about that. So we have this inverse right here. We can drop down a time frame to kind of see where price we want to go. We got this more like an internal high right here. Like I said, we took this low. We can expect price to move upwards, at least the equilibrium of this range right here. We to get a better look, we also inverse this 1 hour. It's probably a better look. Coming back, hopefully we respect the 1 hour right there. Can drop down even more to get some more info. Fast forward to closer to open. Alright, so 5 minutes before open, yeah, we just took this high. So for the day, I would be bullish. I want to see a rebalance of this price range. So potentially around this buy side area, which kind of lines up, so that's nice. So for me, I definitely want to see a sweep of a low, and potentially see that move higher. So we can play price out. We got open right here. Let's see what we do. We don't have any huge sweeps of liquidity we could get to move higher. We are in a 5 minute though, which is also okay to take if we get a nice reaction out of it. But we have a 1 minute printed right here as well. I apologize for the color settings on here for everything. It's not normally what I'm using, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, hopefully we can inverse this. Just because we don't have a recent sweep, I'd probably wait for this change in the state right here. Let's see if we get it. Could just dump, and I guess this right here you could also use as a low to get swept, because it's also inside of a fair value gap. Get this out of here. So the fair value gap here. Let's see what we want to do to react out of the 5 minute. A little choppy. We do get that sweep. See if you want to respect this fair value gap or not. Alright, so we are moving lower, and that's why we always stay patient. So now we do have this draw down here. We can wait for, not trying to rush anything. Pretty choppy day. Could be an 11 a.m. reversal potentially. I do want to see a sweep of this low though. Alright, so right here we start displacing up. We can zoom out a little. To be honest, since we are super close to that draw, we also have this low down here as well. Bias could potentially be flipped here now that we just had an internal sweep of this high. If we inverse this fair value gap, I would probably enter shorts. See what you want to do. Okay, so now we're really pushing up. But we did take this high right here. And we also did come back up to tap equilibrium of the price range. This looks decent. I definitely skewed my entry a little bit. So honestly, I would have entered off this fair value gap. Probably stops at the high, and you can honestly target at least this low. If you want to leave a runner for down here, you definitely could. But yeah, we're gonna, I don't even know how to place an order. I never use FX replay. Risk amount, 500 or so. Did I do it right? No. Yeah, alright, so we're risking 558,000. Whatever. But we're not even gonna worry about the price. We're gonna see if this wants to play out or not. We might want to sweep it again. This, I would be break even right here. So I put stop to break even. See if we want to run to that low or not. Alright, so we do right there. We get full. Yeah, alright, that was a beautiful trade. So you could have targeted, you know, this low, which was probably London low. That's a beautiful trade. That's almost a 4RR trade. You know, with clarity. I'm sorry about all my settings. It would be much easier to see if it was all labeled. So you have the inverse right here. No change of the state, because you would have lost out on a lot of profit. But yeah. So basically, to go over it again, I was bullish because of the higher time frame and the order flow we had going on. I flipped bearish once we swept this internal high, because, you know, I was looking to get an entry somewhere down here, but no entry, which is okay. My entry, we swept this low, so that was way before market open. I wouldn't have been on the charts yet, so I waited for the sweep. We got here, and I wanted to see a move lower, which we did get, but I knew once we dumped down here, we would probably come back to tap equilibrium of the range, and then we did. What's going on? And we swept this internal high, displacement lower again. My entry would have been here, and yeah, just target the lows. That's pretty much it for that. Okay, let's go to the next open. I'm probably gonna do like two or three trades. Hopefully they're all good. We got 2 a.m. 6. All right, so external draws. We have this high. We have this low. Other than that, we have this high. This would be a nice sweep. But again, we have to analyze the actual PD rates getting respected, disrespected, before we can, you know, make our final decisions. Go to the 1 hour. Super bullish price action on the 1 hour. We had this change in the state. Actually, no, sorry, we had change in the state down here. Call it this. Way down here. Did extremely bullish, so I'd like to see price at least straight to this high right here, if not all the way up to this high. Yeah, we can zoom in a little more, not too much, besides just straight bullish price action. We can fast forward a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are at open now. So we are getting this sweep of this previous day low. Yep, previous day low right here, which is nice to be looking for longs if you are bullish, which in this case I am. we have this high up here. We can be targeting. I don't know why it's doing that. So that's definitely a good target, and then also this high up here. But if you're going to target this high, you might as well just try to hold to that high right above it. Let's see if we can get an entry. Another thing, I'm not seeing SMTs right now because I don't even know how to make it double charted on FX replay. Let's play market open. Get a sweep of the low, which is nice. It's a resweep. Good confirmation. I definitely don't want to get too early of an entry to possibly stop myself out, so maybe I'll wait for this 3 minute to close. See another resweep there, so good job not entering anything. See if we can displace, get a high move displacement. We have this 15 minute intermediate low all the way down here. Depends when we sweep it, if we would want to move higher. Good displacement here. Again, maybe if there's an SMT, I might enter off of it. But great moves in the market down, just against my bias again, no big deal. You know, we did have that on the higher time frames. We had the huge displacement move higher the previous day. So I guess we could be expecting price to trade back down to equilibrium, so maybe around here. We'll see. But again, I don't want to force any trades or anything. See if we can sweep this low. Nice, we do. If we can see a reaction from here, I might hop in long. Remember, like I said in my previous videos, once we have a significant sweep of a low, normally we'll see a very nice reaction off of that. So this is definitely a riskier trade, just because not too much confirmation other than the sweep of that 15 minute intermediate low right here. But you could expect a resweep, you could, but just for the sake of the video, I want to show you guys my model. We're going to let it play out. Pretty choppy. I think if we can displace above, or at least get into this fair value gap, I would go break even. Very choppy day. Okay, definitely a longer trade. I would be break even right here. So stops there, targeting this high still. Unless, you know, SMTs are put in and you're happy with your profits or whatever, but we'll see. Whoa. Probably Trump news right there. Unfortunate. Stop out. I mean, we got edge right there. Holy. I mean, right here, depending on, you know, what I'm risking and everything, I could just hop out of the trade. That's a solid trade still, even though it did take a while. But yeah, we can go back a little bit, zoom in. If I get my entry here, you know, that's a, what is that? It's still a 2R. I'd probably be happy with that, but that news right here would definitely be unfortunate, which is all good. Let's try to get one more decent trade in. So it would be a Monday trade. 6 p.m. All right. So this is a Monday. We see what we get, but let's go ahead and remember, still top-down analysis always to get your bias. So we get up here. Man, why does it do that? We have our external buy side sitting up here, our somewhat internal sell side, and then external sell side all the way down there. Right now we are respecting this 4-hour fair value gap very nicely. Hopefully we can hold it to see a push towards the highs. Not too much info right here besides that 4-hour, which we are holding, which is nice. So probably somewhat of a neutral bias coming into the morning. Unless there's some really clear structure I can see going in to market open, but I'm bullish from here on out. This is also a nice high to be targeting. which was yesterday's, Friday's afternoon high. Zoom in a little more. Boom. Right, so we just swept this recent low. Which is okay for shorts. We also have this low resting down here that looks pretty nice to possibly wait for, unless we get an entry early. See what happens. So possibly if we can get a resweep of this low. Definitely be ideal to see a resweep, considering the lack of info on the higher time frames. But again, it's a Monday, somewhat choppy, not too much, coming up on lunch hour too. So, yeah, not too much. Probably no trade for that day. Let's head into Tuesday. See if we can get anything good. So let's go. This low down here is a internal draw, internal high, external high up here. And now it does seem like we are accumulating on the higher time frame a little bit, so could possibly see what would make sense to me, I think, would be like a manipulation leg lower, then possibly see higher. Could be opposite, could be higher than lower, but again, we don't predict, we just react. We just have a sweep of this high. Other than that, we are, I'd say we're still bullish. So, probably be looking for longs coming into today. Let's head on over to market. Whoa, okay. Big moves, should sweep the high, we do. Now I'm bearish. Yeah, definitely bearish. In this situation, I'd like to see a move lower. Off rip, we put in this fair value gap. It's definitely a bigger fair value gap. So we need to see fast displacement through it, unless we have a smaller, higher time frame one. I think in this case this would be okay if we wanted to go lower. You know what? We might be at all-time highs. No, not even close. Alright, so this fair value gap's out of play for me. I start to see bearish structure form down. I'd like to see a sweep over recent high if we don't chop the whole session. But right now we are setting accumulation. Let's see if we can get a manipulation leg higher. We do. Definitely a riskier trade. Still though, resweep of, we got this high reswept. Could take a short here. Again, it's not a crazy risk. It would be very nice RR to tag the low-hanging fruits sitting down here. Let's see what we want to do. So this was our change in the state as well. We're respecting it as of now. Stopped out there. But again, that was a tight risk. But this, to be honest, looked a little better. See what you want to do. See, again, we could just be chopping. I think the next trade I will be break even pretty fast. Pretty much the same setup here. You could wait for the change in the state. But again, for the sake of the video, I'm just trying to bang these out for you guys. Instant stop out. That would be the end of my trading day. Now, okay, so now we can look at this from a more zoomed out perspective. What does this look like? Accumulation after a huge push up. I'm thinking this is the manipulation leg to distribute lower. Let's see. This looks pretty good. I think if we inverse this one, it looks much better than the other setups. Unless we want to just continue pushing higher, but again, you never know what the market wants to do. Also had an opportunity right here to get in. I would wait. Alright, I would be in here. Targeting stops at the high. Same thing. My break even, since considering I would have took 2 losses in the morning, probably go break even here, like a quick break even. See what we want to do. Still kind of accumulating. Nothing crazy yet. Alright, stopped out again. Overall, bias was, it was right in the morning. You know, we said we were bullish coming in. Huge push. No entry, unfortunately. Unless, that's before. Yeah, so let's see what you want to do for the rest of the day. Go up attack frame. Just to see if we did have that manipulation leg right. Which we did. Wow. Okay, we can zoom in, see if you want to, see if we can get another entry. So no, we made equal highs. I'm assuming there would be an SMT here. And I mean, you enter off this for value gap, getting inversed, and you would have made a lot of money. Considering this risk, wow, yeah. Easily get this low hanging fruit, could have targeted this low. We have this low all the way down here. Let's see if you want to trade to it or not. Wow, yeah, that would have been a big trade, but overall, I know I did lose those trades in the morning. We just weren't patient enough, you know. And I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm trying to show you guys the model, how to be precise with the actual entries itself. There was just, a huge accumulation during this time frame right here, which is also nearing lunch hour and everything. But yeah, normally when this happens in the AM, PM session, we'll deliver like this. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Targeting, the low all the way down here, which is crazy. That is a banger trade if you would have waited for this leg. But yeah, I'm assuming again there would be an SMT with ES maybe up here or something that you would have had, and got the SMT, got the inversion fair value gap, and we just ran. No drawdown, maybe a tick of drawdown, and right to TP. Again, this model, when it's there, it's clear. You really just have to, it's just experience, it's practice. Don't get frustrated, don't get upset if it doesn't work one time, if it doesn't work 3 days in a row. It works. You just have to know when to recognize it. You have to know when to enter. The precise entries is what matter, especially going the lower time frames. Other than that, I'm going to leave my Discord in the description. Free and premium access. If you're interested, join up. It'll be worth it, 100%. Other than that, see you guys in the next one and this week. Peace out.